Hi, I'm Mel.
And I'm Janelle.
And this is the Murder Mamas.
Hello.
Welcome, everyone.
We are back.
We were back last week because
Oh yeah. Whoops.
I totally forgot we recorded. So, we are back again.
Here we are.
All right, today we're going to be talking about Mr. and Mrs. Murder, and you can find it on Hulu. And I think what made it longer was I have to watch commercials through it. I don't pay for the ones to not have commercials.
Yeah, I don't either.
So I was like, this is dragging on a lot.
Yeah. So again, we're talking about the information that's presented to us in a documentary.
Yeah.
Had I made this documentary, it would have been an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Special.
Mm-hmm.
It would not have been 4 episodes.
Right.
Because I knew what was going to happen 15 minutes in.
Yeah.
And then I had to wait 4 hours for them to say it in the last 30 minutes.
So listen to us. Don't bother watching the documentary.
I mean, or do it. If you enjoy watching
the same thing.
Lots of footage of alligators.
Yes.
Inexplicably. Just.
Yep.
And like growling. It was so. And like the chomp. Right?
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Why are you showing me alligators again?
I know. All
again.
The alligators, yeah.
Like, okay.
We get it. There's alligators.
And it was like the ominous music.
Yeah.
With the gator footage that clearly looked like AI to me. I'm like, what? Okay. So I wasn't a huge fan.
Yeah. Yeah, I have opening alligators drowned person. So, because they were talking about the alligators and how they kill people. They grab them, they sink them,
Which honestly, that is
horrifying.
Yeah, like they don't bite you to kill you. No. They you drown.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, and then they just hide you away and come and snack on you.
Yeah.
Like you're a little buffet.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't want that.
No, I think I'm okay.
Okay. Yeah. So we're in Tallahassee, Florida.
Okay.
I don't know.
As opposed to Tallahassee, Oregon?
Maybe. I don't know. And the main characters we're going to be talking about are Kathy and Brian, who are married, and Mike and Denise, who are married.
And they're best friends
the couples.
The couples are best friends who are married.
Yes. And so we find out that Kathy and Brian go to Christmas. They celebrate Christmas
the Saturday before Christmas.
Yeah. So that's something to think about.
In Georgia at her grandparents' house.
Yes.
Grandma's house.
Yeah. So Denise calls and asks where Brian is and or Mike. Saying if because Mike and Brian usually go off fishing or hunting together.
Lots of duck hunting. There was a lot of talk about duck hunting.
Yeah, there was. I don't find that, yeah.
This may be relevant.
If they had the dog in there that we were showing who usually goes and gets the ducks, I would have been more interested, but they had no dog. It's very disappointing. And so she was like, I don't know where he went.
Yeah, she's like, I woke up this morning and he was gone.
Yeah.
So, no, I don't know where Mike is, but, I'm assuming Brian went out hunting.
Right.
And then I thought it was crazy where she was like, he just, didn't show up by the afternoon. So I just put our kid in the car and went to my grandma's house.
I know.
All right.
Okay.
Strong, independent woman who don't need no man.
Yeah.
So this is set in, that time is 2000.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Just FYI.
Mm-hmm.
So no one's heard. No, it's okay. No one hears from Mike for a while. And then in the afternoon, Brian shows up. I think she said it was at 5 or something. He shows up at her grandma's house in Georgia and is oh yeah, I went to, I don't know, someplace. I was out duck hunting.
Yeah.
And then he just passes out.
Yeah.
And falls asleep.
And they have pictures. We see a lot of pictures and videos.
Yeah.
And he's just literally passed out on the couch.
And as Kathy's typical Brian, just did whatever he wanted.
Right.
So I feel like that was
Yeah.
some foreshadowing.
Right. And Denise was a little irritated because they were supposed to go celebrate their anniversary. So she wasn't hearing from him. And she was like, we had this whole thing planned. And now I don't get to do it because he hasn't shown up.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Everyone's like, now Brian needs to go out to the lake and look and find his friend. Like, look for him and find him. And Kathy goes to Denise's house. And, you know, they said Mike had a passion for outdoors and didn't really know how to swim. Like, he wasn't a strong swimmer. So, and he would go by himself, which is dangerous. Like, if you're not a strong swimmer, don't go by yourself.
Yeah, but you're also not going in the lake.
Well, he wasn't, but I'm just saying they mentioned that. So,
yeah. I think they were trying to, like, set the scene for, like, it could have been that he drowned.
An alligator. Yeah.
Yes. Or
well, they were
alligator.
saying when he went out on Saturday, it was 72 degrees, but by the next morning, it was only 12 degrees. So, like, where are we? Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I was like, that's a drop.
Yeah, that's a huge drop. Well,
Feels
and then
like Texas.
yeah. And then they were talking about, too, how, like, we're certain we're going to find him and he's going to come home and just have a story to tell.
Right. Yeah.
And then his friend, like, one of Mike's other friends is, like, talking about how, like, they do describe that every once in a while, like, someone wearing, like, that sort of material. So it's, like, the not fishing, but, like, the hunting, like, gear and those waders.
Yeah.
Like, you'll accidentally step into the lake.
Yeah.
And then, like, the waders fill up with water.
Yeah.
And that can cause people to drown.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, like, that seems plausible. And then, again, they, like, take out some drone No, it's the helicopter.
The helicopter. Yeah. On drones, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. I forgot. So there's, like, the helicopter. And they're, like, up above. And they're like, it was so ominous with all those sets of eyes. So Lake Seminole apparently has a ton of gators.
We're seeing boats and alligators, like, just swimming by each other. So one of the guys mentioned 103 people had drowned in that. I don't know what the time span was.
I think it was since, like, the 80s or something.
Yeah, it was not like...
Or in, like, 80 years or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, but he said every single person had been found.
Yeah,
so everybody had been found and accounted for. So where is Mike?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So there's, like, search parties, and they're searching for him. But then
they find his boat.
They do find his boat, kind of, like, tipped over a little bit.
Yeah.
But they never find Mike.
No, he's still missing.
Which is missing.
Really weird. And then December 16th, 2000, they found his truck.
Isn't that when they find his... No, his boat had already been found.
His boat was found first, yeah. All right, and then we're at 6 days missing. So 6 days missing, and we hear about the families.
Yeah, so we learn about their families and their different upbringing.
Yes.
So, like, two of them, Denise and Brian, had, like, more money.
Yeah.
I don't know what other word to look for there.
Yeah.
But they had all known each other since, like, high school. And I think Denise and Brian had known each other since, like, preschool or something. Like, so. I'm pretty sure towards the end you see a picture of them.
Yeah.
In, like, preschool together.
Yeah. It was young. Yeah. And then, so in 1993, they had been dating 7 years and went to the lake and he proposed. Do you remember which one that was?
Oh, shit. I think that was Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was Brian and Kathy.
Okay. I think so too.
I remember audibly thinking, like, oh, you did it with, like, alone?
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought that. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Secluded?
Yeah. So then we're at Christmas Day, 2000, 9 days missing. And Denise won't talk to anybody at all. Like,
about Mike.
About Mike.
Like, at all.
At all. And so it's just a weird thing because everybody's talking about him and everyone wants to do search parties for him and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And she's just like, nah.
Like, not having it. And I think they're all kind of trying to say, like, everyone grieves differently. Like, they're really giving her the benefit of the doubt. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is the point where I was like, they did it.
Right.
Like, once we got to where Kathy gives Brian a picture of him and Mike, and he's like, why the fuck would you gift me this? I was like, yeah, they both of them are guilty.
Yeah, exactly.
They're both guilty.
They're both guilty. Yeah. Oh, so when they're searching in the lake, they're using PVC pipe, feeling around in the water if they could feel like a body somewhere. And I thought that was because these people, they're not professionals, because the cops wouldn't help them at all because A, they don't have a body, B, it wasn't a murder, so like it's just a missing man. They don't want to do anything about it. So it's typical. It's just like friends and people who like to help, do that kind of thing are looking for him. So it's, of course they're not going to find, like, I don't know. Police have it done a certain way, I think. And
then they use like they use like the heat, right?
Yeah.
They do like a heat search.
Yeah.
A little bit later. Mm-hmm. But that's actually like a pretty common thing. Like when they were searching for victims from the flood, they like shove sticks into the like debris piles to get the smell of decomposition to know where to like search.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's not for not being an expert. Yeah. You guys kind of knew what you were doing.
Yeah, I know.
And then we're at 12 days missing.
Yep. And one of Denise's brother-in-law says he is not going back. He's not going back out to search.
Yeah, he's like, it's done. Like, if we haven't found him by now, we're not going to find him.
Found. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, an alligator would have him or something. It's like this.
Pretty sure there was like a 25-minute montage of alligators.
Yeah, another alligator. And so they asked the Fish and Game people to get involved to do a criminal investigation, but they wouldn't do anything either. So like that sucks. I get like, especially for missing, like the whole missing part, not knowing is horrible.
I think so too,
because your brain just goes wild.
Well, and our brain is designed to fill in those gaps, you know, so you're always going to be filling that in to try and like, you're going to know they're gone, but also like that one shred of hope. Yep. But yeah, there's like not really like a police organization or anyone that's willing to like take on the case. Yeah. No. And I thought it was really sad. I don't know if it's in this episode, but when you hear his mom writing like the letters, I'm like, oh,
I know, that was
sad.
Yeah. So back in 1994, Brian and Kathy get married, and Mike and Denise, we know that, get married shortly after. And they would spend a lot of time together as a couple. We're going back.
Yeah. I know. Okay. 1994. Before 2000.
And Brian and Denise were like party animals.
Well, they all kind of were partying.
At first.
Like, I think Kathy describes it a lot as like as adults, they were doing what kids in college do.
Right.
Like, they had never partied. They had never done anything. Like, they were so straight-laced because they came from, like, very religious families. Yeah. And they just didn't do it. So then they became adults, and they were like, wow. Yeah. And they were, like, married adults. So they were, like, going to raves and doing drugs and drinking and, like, really partying.
Yeah. And in 1996, Kathy was like, I want to settle down now. Like, I'm kind of over that scene. We did it. It was fun. But, like, now I want to start a family and have kids. Mm-hmm. And Brian and Denise were like, nope, that's not going to happen. Like, they still wanted to party. Yeah. And so in 1998, Kathy gets pregnant. And in 1999, on February 25th, her water broke, and she was like, I think I need to go to the hospital because my water broke. And he was like, no. And
just go back to bed.
Just go back to bed. And he just turned over and fell back asleep.
I love how she was like,
What?
It was like he was trying to savor like his last few minutes of like not being responsible for someone.
Yeah.
I thought that was crazy.
I know, like, right? Can you imagine saying that? I'd be like, get your fucking ass out of the bed. Let's go to the hospital. So Denise gives birth.
No. Kathy gives birth.
Yeah, Kathy gives birth.
To a son.
Stafford. Yeah. And then
Denise got pregnant while she was pregnant.
Yeah. And then gives birth to a little girl. And they say Mike was like all in on being a father. Like he was 100% like, I want to do this. I want to be involved. This is amazing.
Yes.
So
also there was like that news footage. I'm like, why is the news there for their birth? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I was like, maybe she was like the first baby born on Mother's Day or something.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She was.
Why is the news there?
Okay. Shit. Yeah. People give birth every second.
What?
Yeah.
All right. I didn't know a birth in the early May was like so newsworthy. Yeah. Okay.
And then we come to February 2002, and both Brian and Denise are growing apart from each other, it seems like.
It's confusing because then they get married.
Yes.
Yeah. So Kathy talks a lot about how like their marriage had been suffering for a really long time. Like they've been growing, I think it's your next line. For 6 years, we've grown apart. Like they were no longer intimate.
Yeah. Right.
And it was really, like, she says she realized, like, it was just her and Stafford.
Yeah.
Like, and then he was just kind of, like, there.
Yeah.
But he...
Oh, and then he would call her and say, like, do you really want to raise a single mom or raise a baby as a single mom?
Yeah, he was, like, doing a lot of narky guilt shit.
Yeah. A lot of it. Yeah.
Like, who's gonna love you?
Yeah, after you've been married and they don't believe in divorce and...
Yeah, and like, who's going to love someone else's child?
Yeah, I was like...
Like another man's child.
Me, I have a stepdad. And he was great. So, don't blame all step-parents.
Well, I mean, he's just trying to control her.
Yeah, I get that. And then... So we learned that Brian sold Mike 3 different life insurance policies, totaling $1.7 million. That would be a red flag, but like you would think that since Mike got the life insurance policies, he would be thinking about killing his wife. You know, that's what I thought when they said that at first, but it was the other way around.
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty interesting aspect of this. Like,
why did he take out so much on his,
on himself?
On himself.
Well, I'm sure what I got from that was that Denise and Brian were kind of like manipulating him into doing it.
Yeah.
And like Brian was salesmanning him into getting it.
Yeah.
Because he sold insurance.
Yeah. All right. So June 2001, 6 months, they found a set of waders floating in the river or pond.
Lake.
Yeah.
The goalie.
And the goalie. And one of the people had found a hunting jacket and it had Mike's name on it. So they were pretty sure that it was his.
The hunting, like the license, the fishing license inside or the hunting license had his name on it.
Yeah. So.
Well, so you skipped a bunch.
I can't read my writing.
It's okay. I remember.
Okay.
You talked about it and I remember. So Brian was like adamant that Denise get the life insurance payout. But in Florida, they don't declare dead without a body or like a certain, like many years. I think it's like 7 years or something. Yeah. And he was like, no, like she's going to be destitute without this money.
Yeah.
She'll have to go to working full time, which like, how could you
Isn't that how most people live?
The horrors.
The horrors.
So he was like adamant that his company or whatever, like pay out this policy, and they like made a video to show like board members to try and convince them, and then conveniently 6 months later they find his hunting jacket, and with that information, those waiters in the hunting jacket, with that they were able to get a death certificate.
Certificate. Yeah. Oh, so in March 2001, 3 months after that had happened.
Oh, well, so she catches him in a lie.
Okay.
And so this is when she's like, "You're cheating on me."
Yeah.
And this is when she finds out that him and Denise have been together.
Yeah.
But it was in March of 2001.
March in 2001, yeah.
And so this is like during the period of where he's like adamant about her. And she kind of says like, at this time, he was at Denise's like beck and call.
Yeah.
He was answering phone calls. He was picking up her daughter. He was doing so many things, like all the things she had ever always wanted him to do in their marriage.
Yeah.
That he never did.
Yeah. And Kathy states that she, like, how could she leave him and be on her own as a single mom? Like, she's starting to think this way because he's never home.
No, she's thinking like she could.
Oh, she could.
Yeah.
Okay, I got that wrong. Okay. Yeah. And then,
or why doesn't she leave him?
What
would change?
What would change?
He's not around anyways.
Yeah. And so she goes into his office and looks through drawers and stuff to find anything she can about if he's hiding something from her. And she finds a receipt that says Meridian on it from
it was like a
store.
Gold-plated necklace.
Yeah, and that was the name of Denise's like party game name,
like alter ego. When she would go out, she would use the name Meridian. Like, hi, I'm Meridian. I'm like, oh, so what the fuck? What kind of name is that?
Yeah.
Did you have one? Like a name you would give people that wasn't your name?
No, I just gave my name.
Oh.
Did you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Natasha.
Like, why would you do that? Okay, so Kathy was then very mad.
I mean, rightfully so.
As any woman should be.
I mean, well, she's been betrayed not only by her husband, but by her best friend.
Best friend, too.
Who was still actively acting like her best friend.
Right.
While having an affair with her husband.
Right.
But divorce is frowned upon. I'm like,
right.
Bitch, what?
But cheating, adultery is not frowned upon?
Oh, the sanctity of marriage when it works in my favor.
So in 2003, he's been missing 3 years. And Kathy got a letter from a guy named Chuck.
So this is where there's just a bunch of filler information.
Yeah.
This is episode 2.
Yeah.
And so like she's left him. She's left Brian. Kathy has left Brian.
Yeah.
And this is all being narrated mostly by Kathy.
Yeah.
That's like the main person talking.
Yeah.
Well, the other one's dead and the other 2 are in jail. So spoiler. He has to be Kathy.
Sure. Okay, I didn't think of that.
So Denise and Brian are like together.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's worth talking about, to be honest.
Okay.
Like, it's just really diving into them doing like weird shit sexually.
Yeah.
And like picking up on people at bars and like all these things.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah,
this doesn't.
Different sexual behaviors.
Yeah. Devious. Sordid acts.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
So that, like, who cares?
Yeah.
So then we're in Atlanta, 2003. Chuck? Who's Chuck?
He's the guy who sends her that letter.
Okay.
So, like, how did he get her fucking address?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Who cares?
So Chuck, was Denise got a letter from Chuck, and Brian Kathy got a letter from, wait, no, I don't know. Brian is in the hallway. Denise tells him to go home. He says he was going to kill himself.
Yeah, so Brian's like being crazy, like how he was with Kathy. He's doing it to Denise, but then Denise is like, I'll do it. Yeah. Like, I love you. Yeah. That's just like the summary. Yeah. It's a lot. This is like 20 minutes of this episode. Stuff. Is talking about this letter and their sordid sexual acts. Yeah.
I'm confused on where that came from, or like why it even came. I don't understand.
I don't know, but I do know that like Brian called Kathy and was like, don't read the letter. And she's like, I'm going to read the letter. Yeah. Okay.
And then we come to Kathy was ready to be divorced. She's like, I am done. And the last couple weeks before her divorce, he would read her scriptures from the Bible that would say that how women can't leave their husbands.
I would literally punch him in his fucking throat. Yeah. And like chop his balls off. That is what I would do.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, right, no.
If my husband did that to me, I would be like, oh, also get fucked. Yeah. Like, you're having an affair with my best friend. Yeah. So, like,
we're going to get divorced.
I kind of hate you. Yeah. I hope your dick falls off. Like, yeah. Hey, have fun.
Yeah. So in 2003, they had their day in court, and Brian sat behind Kathy crying to manipulate her. And
the eye roll I just did is like...
Excuse me.
I do not care about your alligator tears.
Yeah.
And crocodile tears?
Alligator tears, yeah.
Crocodile tears.
Crocodile tears. I don't know.
Whatever.
All right. And so then that's when Brian and Denise like really start dating and getting together. And Brian wanted to ask her to marry him. And she said she wants to marry a holy man. And so they haven't been holy because they've been doing sexual deviant things.
I'm just imagining them like making out in public. Like that's the deviousness.
What is happening? Yeah.
Like I'm very curious to know like what they were actually doing.
Right. Exactly.
Like how devious were you really?
Yeah. And Brian didn't want to be a part of the church anymore. And Denise's parents did not like that. And so Brian started to become a Christian again and gets baptized. And that makes Denise very happy.
Okay.
So then in September of 2005, Brian asked Denise to marry him. And they get married 3 months after the proposal.
Yeah, he took a lot of time.
Yeah.
Also, I think it's so weird that he's marrying his ex-wife's best friend.
I know. I don't like that. And so then Brian moved into the house that Mike had bought. Like he just moves in and takes over. And even the bedroom set was still the same. Like they didn't get rid of the bed.
Icky.
I would have not bought a new bed, I think. Maybe?
It's so icky.
Yeah.
It's so gross.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine like looking at your best friend's significant other sexually. Yeah. Like,
no.
What?
Mm-mm. No.
I would rather vomit and eat my vomit than like do that.
Right. Especially to a best friend.
That's so gross.
Yeah. Like that's so someone gross. You trust the most.
And they had been friends for so long. Like, we've been friends for like 5 years. And if it was like life or death, I would die. Yeah. I would do that.
Yeah.
No,
I would,
That's disgusting.
It's disgusting. Yeah, it's pretty bad. There's missing posters everywhere.
Oh, yeah. So, like, the only people who are keeping Brian's, like, case alive
Yeah.
is not the police, but it's, like, one journalist
Yes.
and his mom.
And Kathy.
And Kathy.
Yeah.
Like, they'll talk to anyone about it.
Yeah.
And so his mom thinks that Mike's mom, thinks that Brian had something to do with it.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
And so she starts posting, well, or like some people post these missing pictures all up and down the street for like his route to get from like his office to his home.
So he has
to be confronted with it every day. I'm like, that is the petty shit I live for.
Yeah, exactly.
Live for.
And the journalist was pretty good too. She started digging into the case. She got really interested and was writing articles about him, and they would go into the paper and it would keep it alive. Like,
and I think they got him like a Dateline special, something, you know, like or like
America's Missing.
Like something.
Yeah, he did go on that, so that was good. And so then, you know, Kathy tries to get an investigation, Kathy gets a phone call from the sheriff's office, and Kathy gives her version of what happened that night that he went missing. And then they call Brian, and they ask him... I have no idea.
No, so like they're starting to, I believe that there was like that other officer from like the ATF or something who sort of like picks it up.
Yeah.
Kind of. And then there's like the police department who is sort of starting to view this as like something nefarious happened.
Yeah.
And so they're targeting Brian as a prime suspect. And Kathy's like, hey, like, this is what happened. This is what time we got there. And Brian, like, loses his fucking mind on her.
Yeah.
And he's like, what did you tell them? What time did I get there? And she's like, I'm not telling you what time you got there. Like, I remember what happened.
Yeah.
And I'm telling them what I remember.
She was wearing a wire while doing this.
Well, yeah. So she's wearing a wire and gonna meet him at, like, McDonald's.
Yeah.
And she wants, I mean, Kathy's
hardcore.
Is hardcore. And I think she really loved Mike. Yeah. Like, as a friend.
Yeah.
And.
Yeah.
And so she's wearing a wire, and he's like gonna meet her at this McDonald's, but then he's like really sketched out. And he's like, let's go to the courthouse. And she's like, what? No. And the cop is like, we called the courthouse and was like, if she walks through, let her through with the metal, like with the wire.
Yeah.
And then he's like, let's go to this other place to talk.
Yeah, it's really weird.
And so she follows him to a second location, which, like, she's talking into the mic when she's in her car by herself. She goes, I guess you guys heard all of that. Yeah. And I know you told me not to go to a second spot, but I don't know what else to do. And on that one clip, I was like, it's so cute.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she wears a wire, and basically she's trying to get him to, like, incriminate himself.
Yeah.
So that there's enough evidence to do something. And he doesn't.
No, because the police asked him to take a polygraph test. And at first he was like, yeah, sure. But then he gets a lawyer, and the lawyer shoots that down real fast.
Yeah. So they do have Brian as a suspect for a while. Yeah. But they just can't get evidence. Like, there's just not enough evidence for it. Oh, my goodness.
Well, half of it I can't read, so 34.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
So then there's the journalist, Jennifer.
Yeah. She comes into play.
Dude, what does that say? The whole thing, bitch. start having a butt Asian digging around.
An FBI agent?
No.
A fishing game agent?
No, okay, so then they're meeting Cheryl, and that's his mom. That's Mike's mom at the daycare. And she told him like a ton of details about Mike and the case and the story. And he's like an ATF agent.
Yeah.
But like he says he couldn't get involved because
it wasn't ATF related.
Yeah, like it's not ATF.
Yeah.
But then his mom says that she had a gun that Denise and Brian had not returned to Mike. And that's how he's like, oh,
right there.
Say less.
Yeah, right there. I gotcha.
And remember there was like someone talking about how his mom was like crazy. Wasn't it Denise talking about how his mom was like crazy?
Yeah.
So basically the ATF starts getting involved, and so does Kathy, and this is where Kathy wears the wire.
Yeah. My handwriting when I'm trying to write fast is not good.
So in 2008, which he's been missing for 8 years at this point, Denise and Kathy start to reconnect as friends.
Yeah.
Because Brian and Denise, I keep getting them all mixed up because there's like 4 people. They are showing up to support Brian's son's baseball games.
Yeah.
And so Kathy, in her mind, she is saying like her goal, she doesn't actually want to be Denise's friend.
Not at all.
Her goal is to find out what happened to Mike because she is 100% certain that they have something to do with him going missing. Rightfully so.
And she always said it. She's like, and I'm trying to get her, like, she talked about it like that was her main goal in life.
And to break them up.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, petty.
I know, right?
But also, like, not petty because she knows how bad Brian is.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So, blah, blah, blah. And so at this time as well, Jennifer, the journalist, is still putting out those articles about Mike. And Discovery ID, his story comes out then. And then, but basically, like, Brian just wants people to stop. Like, he is like, hey, Mike is old news.
Yeah. He's long gone.
He's gone. So sad.
Yeah.
Miss you, bud.
Yeah. Peace out.
Peace out. Can everyone just quit fucking talking about Mike?
Right.
Well, no, Brian, because you killed him.
Because some people actually love him and want to know what happened to him.
Yeah, like,
imagine that.
It's this wild thing where, like, people aren't toxic and crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Who would have thought? So Brian's becoming more frantic and like his behavior's getting really erratic and it's wearing on Denise. And Denise is like, oh, you're actually kind of fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And Kathy's like,
told you so.
Called it. Yeah. Like, he is treating you how he treated me. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. How does it feel? And so, but she is like a friend.
Yeah.
And so she's like, yeah, tell me about what's happening. Like, I know Brian. Like, I've been there. I get it, girl. Yeah. What is going on?
Yeah.
And so Denise is like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And tells her everything.
Yeah.
And so Kathy's like sitting, she like comes on screen. She's like, my plan is coming together.
Yeah. I was like, damn, girl.
Okay. So then we're going to skip forward to 2012. So they stay married for a long time.
Yeah, they do.
And Brian is just getting increasingly like controlling over her.
Yeah.
He would like go to her phone, read her text.
Yeah.
They would argue. He's drinking, going out to bars, doing drugs.
Yeah.
And he says, Kathy's driving us apart.
Right.
Which is kind of like why you clocked it.
Right.
Because like that is what she's trying to do.
She is doing that, but then he's also doing what he's doing.
Yeah, well, he's also like writing in his diary about how he fantasizes about like hookers and cheating and like doing all this stuff for like sex and that he's been watching porn for like 30 years. I'm like,
right.
Okay, also you're a full grown man with a diary.
True.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with journaling.
No.
Journal away. But like,
yeah. That's a little weird.
I'm not going to say that, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to judge you for it, but everyone else is.
They will.
November 2012, Brian, they were throwing things. Okay, they have a huge fight.
Yeah. Brian and Denise have a big fight.
Sure, that's what that says.
And they were throwing stuff.
And it was about her daughter.
Yeah.
Ainsley.
Because she was wearing like spaghetti strap shirts and stuff like that. And he didn't want her to wear that kind of thing. And he was like, it's my daughter, not yours. So
you're not her dad.
You're not her dad. Yeah.
Which I mean, you're not.
Yeah.
Valid.
Yeah.
He grabbed her by the arms and threw something. Thinks I did it on purpose. She packed up her clothes and put them in the back of his truck. Brian goes to his parents' house.
Yeah.
Denise starts going to church and goes on missions. Brian doesn't want to separate. So this is like them breaking up. So the plan's coming to fruition.
Yeah.
They're breaking up. And so like also at this time though, Denise is doing all kinds of things with her and Mike's daughter.
Yeah.
She's like going on trips
like shopping. Yeah, having a good life.
Yeah, and Brian's watching all of this, and it's like making him
super jealous,
super crazy.
Yeah.
So 2013, they're like not living together. They're still married.
Yeah.
And she's beginning to file for divorce, but he's like not allowing it.
Yeah.
Then he drags on their divorce for years. For years.
Can you imagine? I can't imagine that. Like, why? And then you just have to pay lawyer fees. Like, forever.
Indefinitely.
Why? Why would you want to do that?
So then in 2015, again, he's like still dragging on the divorce. And he's like getting so mad because Denise isn't wanting to talk to him, and she's like seemingly living a really good life just her and her daughter. Yeah. And he's just like watching it from the sidelines. Yeah. And so then he decides on August 5th of 2015 that he is going to kidnap her.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's driving and she gets a phone call. And then from like her sister, I think.
Yeah.
And I think Denise's sister texted Kathy.
Yeah.
At some point, like, Denise got kidnapped by Brian.
Right.
And she's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But so she's on the phone with her sister, and she has like a three-row SUV. I'm like, that's a big car for having one kid.
Yeah.
The things I think about, right? Yeah. And so she's driving and she sees someone, she doesn't know who it is at this point, climb from the third row all the way up to her.
Yeah.
And it's Brian.
Yep.
And he like drives her. Well, he doesn't drive her, but he's like directing her to drive all these places. And he's like, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
Well, no, he doesn't say that, but he's like, you need to do what I tell you. Like, you can't turn, blah, blah, blah.
He's unhinged.
He is like lost it.
Yeah.
And so she's able to like manipulate him and talk him down and get him to, she like drives to a CVS.
Yeah.
And she's like, I know that the CVS has surveillance.
Yeah.
Like cameras out front,
everywhere.
Everywhere. And she's a customer, like a regular customer of the CVS. So she says to the police, she's like, I just thought I would like open the door and run into CVS and like scream, like he's trying to kill me.
Right.
But she ends up not doing that.
Yeah.
And so like she leaves and she's like, I'm going to go right to work. Like you can call my work and know that I'm there.
Yeah.
And like,
I still love you.
She's like able to placate him.
Yeah.
And so he like falls for like a fucking sucker.
Yeah.
And she immediately goes to the police, which I'm like, okay, smart.
Yeah.
So then the police arrest him.
Yeah.
For kidnapping charges.
Yep.
And in the back of... sorry. Before he left her vehicle, she sees him load up a backpack.
Yeah.
With ropes. Tarps.
Tape. Yeah.
Plastics.
Yeah.
All kinds of murder type things.
Like, why would you need all those together?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Like, he's going to kill you.
Yeah, he was.
That was the plan.
Yeah.
You foiled his plan to kill you.
Yeah.
Which, great.
Yeah.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
So she goes to the police. She tells the police all of this. Mm-hmm. And they go and find Brian. They arrest Brian on kidnapping charges. Mm-hmm. And do you know what she tries to communicate to Brian while he is in jail?
She says, I'm not talking. Yeah.
Well, what the fuck are you not talking about?
Why would you say that?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you think anything different than he was going to kill you with all of those things in his backpack?
Mm-hmm. And what are you not talking about?
Yeah. What are you not talking about? Maybe Mike?
Oh, maybe like the, now at this point, almost 2-decade-old secret.
Yeah.
That you guys have been holding.
Yeah.
And manipulating each other with.
Yeah.
Is that it?
I mean, what?
I thought that was wild.
Yeah, that was wild.
He says, when he gets arrested, he's like, I didn't have a gun. I just pretended.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so what we were saying. So in 2016, Brian's arrested, and Kathy's like, I'm taking Stafford to go see his dad in jail.
Yeah.
And that's when Denise is like, please tell him that I'm not talking. No. And that's when Kathy is like, what the fuck?
Absolutely not.
Also, the reporter is still like doing, she's still like
doing her thing.
Doing her thing in the background.
Yeah.
Keeping Mike's case alive.
Yeah.
Fall 2016, Brian's sister would visit him in jail, and like he's talking about buying things for his son, and then he got a call related to Brian, and it becomes a jailhouse confession. I don't know what this... What is this?
So Brian's like cellmate, they had become friends, and Brian made a jailhouse confession to him saying that he had killed his friend Mike. And he gives him, or he wants to give him $20,000 and papers referring to his wife, her house address, that she lives in a gated code. They gave her the code, and how old the children were. So he's thinking that he's going to pay this guy to kill her and be done with it. And so Denise, they go back to jail, or he goes to the court, and Denise makes a statement, and the judge sentences to 20 years.
Yeah, so he gets only sentenced for kidnapping.
Yeah. Oh, so in December 2017, Brian gets I will tell you all about Mike as long as I have immunity, which sucks. So October 2017, Brian tells his story, told him where Mike was buried. It was in Carr Lake, 61 miles away from where they usually fish. And so he had kept that secret for 17 years. And
you know what I thought was so sad when they talk about that and they go and recover his like bones,
Yeah.
And we hear his confession about how he did it.
Yeah.
And how he like pushed him overboard and was like, this isn't going the way I thought it was going to go.
Right.
And he has to like circle around him to shoot him.
Yeah.
And then like pulled him out and buried him on the side. I thought it was really sad how Mike's friend Scott, like his other best friend, was talking about how he regularly like fished 70 yards away from the spot where his best friend had been.
Yeah.
That got me.
That got me too. I know. It's like if they had looked,
I know,
3 steps away, they would have found him.
Yeah. I know. It's so sad.
Yeah.
So they do recover his body based on the confession he makes.
Yeah.
And then Denise gets sentenced to 30 years for like conspiracy to commit murder for her involvement in Mike's murder.
Yeah.
And that's it. And his family doesn't feel like there's justice because no one's actually been convicted of his murder.
Right. Which I get.
I get it, but like...
But he's still in jail.
He is, but not as long as he should be.
Right. It should be life. I'm surprised they got away with it for that long.
I am too.
Like, I don't know.
And I liked really a lot at the end where Kathy is like tearing up and she's like, I know one day, like, Mike will tell me, like, when we meet again, Mike will be like, thank you so much, like, good job.
Yeah.
For, like, never giving up. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I do believe in God. So that was that. I recommend not watching it. Again, very long.
Very long.
And you get a lot of alligator clips.
Yeah.
Yeah. But otherwise, that's it. I had never heard of this one before either.
I hadn't either.
Which, you know,
I think
can't hear of every murder.
Yeah. That's true. All right. Bye.
Bye.